Welcome back to the deep dive. It's funny how sometimes the most telling insights about life today, about our own journeys and just human connection, they're not always in like dense academic papers or anything. Often they're kind of hidden in plain sight, right? In those casual chats, the quick catch-ups you have with old friends, they seem so simple on the surface.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing how much we can maybe underestimate what's packed into those everyday conversations. They're like these little micro stories, Every word can be a clue to something bigger.
Exactly. And that's what we're doing today. For this deep dive, we're unpacking a really good example of this. It's a dialogue called At the Coffee Shop, 10-Minute English Practice. And the source has two characters. Emma, she's described as a friendly office worker, and Jack, who's an old school friend of hers.
Right. And our mission here really is to show you just how many nuggets of insight, maybe even some aha moments you can pull out of what just looks like a quick chat. It's not just about what Emma and Jack are saying word for word. It's more about what their whole interaction kind of reveals, doesn't it? About those shared adult things, juggling work and life, trying to keep hobbies going, and just that subtle skill of reconnecting when everyone's so busy.
So let's set the scene. Imagine you're walking into, say, your favorite coffee shop. You've got that smells coffee, the background noise, people talking, cups clinking. The vibe. It's that kind of comfortable place, almost perfect for bumping into someone you know and reconnecting. So Emma sees Jack, and the conversation starts with that really classic line, almost a ritual. Hey, Jack. Long time no see. How have you been?
And bam, right away you get one of those super common, almost automatic modern answers. Jack says, I've been good, just busy with work. And Emma immediately mirrors it. Same here. Work has been crazy lately. I barely have time to relax.
Yeah, that immediate jump to busy with work. It's become like cultural shorthand, hasn't it? Jack even throws in, I've been working late almost every day. So what's that reflex telling us? This shared sigh about being swamped all the time.
Yeah.
What does it reveal about maybe our identity today or our priorities? Does it maybe also act as a bit of a shield, stopping things from getting too deep too quickly?
That's a really interesting point. It does suggest that maybe busyness is a kind of social currency now, like a default status update. And when Emma follows up with, oh no, at least you're taking a coffee break now, it really highlights those little moments, those sort of pockets of relief we have to actively schedule now. They're not just happening naturally.
Right.
It makes you wonder if we maybe celebrate these tiny breaks a bit too much, possibly covering up a bigger issue like chronic overwork.
And then naturally the coffee order comes up, which, can actually say a surprising amount about someone. Emma goes for a cappuccino. Pretty standard choice. But Jack, he wants black coffee, no sugar, no milk.
Hey.
And he even says, once you go black coffee, you never go back.
Wow.
That line, it sounds almost like a mini manifesto for him, doesn't it?
It does. It's a small thing, but it kind of points to his personality, maybe a preference for something straightforward, unadorned. It's a tiny detail, maybe a bit quirky, but it adds a layer, makes him feel more real, gives you a quick sense of him.
Okay, so let's dig into this a bit more. After the coffee's sorted, they get into life updates. Emma shares some big news. I just moved into a new apartment last month. And it's not just any place, she says. It's near the river. The view is amazing in the morning.
Yeah, and what's really striking there is how quickly she connects the physical space, the apartment, the view to feeling good. A new home, especially one near nature, isn't just walls and a roof. It's clearly a sanctuary for her, a bit of simple joy away from that crazy work life she mentioned. And Jack's response, sounds perfect, we should hang out there sometime, is great because it immediately ties her personal news back to their friendship. It signals, a real wish to actually be part of each other's lives again.
And Jack's got news too. He says, I started learning guitar. But he immediately adds that classic beginner's disclaimer. Slowly, my fingers hurt, but it's fun. That common feeling, right? The gap between wanting to do something and the reality of learning it as an adult. What does that tell us?
That's such a relatable point. It really shows the kind of quiet courage it takes sometimes to admit you're struggling with something new as a grown-up. In a world where everyone seems to be showing off perfect results online, Jack just being honest about his sore fingers and slow progress. It's quite refreshing. It points to valuing the process itself, the fun of it, not just nailing the outcome, which is probably key for actually sticking with anything.
Yeah, definitely. And talking about passions, Emma then asks Jack, by the way, do you still paint?
Yeah.
And his answer brings up another one of those really universal struggles. I do, but not as often as I'd like. Life just gets in the way. Life just gets in the way.
Wow.
That's like the silent motto of pretty much anyone trying to keep a hobby going, isn't it?
Absolutely. It hits home for so many people. And it raises that big question. How do we balance the things we love doing personally with all the demands of adult life? That phrase, life just gets in the way, it's become almost like a standard explanation for hobbies that fall by the wayside. It's sort of a quiet admission of the trade-offs we're always making, and maybe how easily our work selves can overshadow other parts of who we are.
But, despite all the talk about being busy and the challenges, the real current running underneath all this is connection, that need to reconnect. Emma says, anyway, it's so nice catching up. And Jack jumps right in. Same here. Let's not wait another 2 years before meeting again.
Yeah, that line, let's not wait another 2 years, it sounds casual, but it's actually pretty meaningful, isn't it? It's like they're both explicitly saying this friendship matters, it's valuable, acknowledging that these connections are important for us, even when life feels totally overwhelming. It's not just a vague wish. It feels like a commitment.
And they follow through. They make a concrete plan. How about dinner next weekend? Jack's reply, perfect. It's a date. Just seals it. It's got that easy, casual feel, but also a genuine intention to actually make it happen, to move beyond just the coffee shop chat.
Exactly. It illustrates really nicely that even with the daily grind, that desire for real human connection and making the effort to keep friendships going, that's still a core part of things, a really valuable part. It's like making a promise to prioritize it, pushing back against just drifting apart, which is so easy to do these days.
So wrapping up this deep dive, you can really see how Emma and Jack's conversation, just that simple, at the coffee shop chat, it touched on so many common things about being adult today. The whole busy with work, working late thing, the struggle to keep up with passions like painting when life just gets in the way. But also the simple joys, right? Like a new apartment near the river with that amazing view, or sticking with learning guitar even when your fingers hurt.
Yeah, all those seemingly small details, those little exchanges, like Jack's thing for black coffee, no sugar, no milk, and his once you go black coffee line, or even just them agreeing it's a date for dinner. They're not just throwaway lines. They really are like little windows into experiences we can all relate to, and they really underline the simple but pretty profound value of actually working to maintain friendships when life pulls us every which way.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? The next time you have one of those quick chats, or maybe even just overhear one, what stories are hiding under the surface? What universal struggles or just interesting little character details might you pick up on if you took a moment to listen a bit deeper? What does the way we try to connect or sometimes fail to really say about us and about the times we're living in? Something to mull over, maybe.